Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christian Kingombe. I am the 4IP Group Managing Partner, and I will tell you a little bit about how we look upon measurement and how to manage for impact. Due to a lack of clarity in the impact marketplace, there has been a steadily increasing pressure to standardize impact measurement. Enter the relatively new discipline of impact management. Alongside an emerging consensus regarding the set of impact issues, methods, and indicators used to measure impact, there has been an identification of the key elements of good impact management practices for enterprises as well as investors, which we at 4IP Group, through our collaboration and strategic partnership with leading economic support organizations, as well as National Advisory Board for Impact Investing in a number of African countries, firstly in Zambia for nearly 3 years, and subsequently expanding to Tanzania and Congo DRC, which we created through our Impact Investor Circle webinar series. In the second half of this year, by obtaining the UNDP SDG Impact Standard Training Accreditation, we are planning to scale our ESG advisory services by reaching out to small growing businesses, both in Western Africa through our activities in Ghana and Nigeria, as well as within the East Africa Economic Community, focusing mainly on Kenya, Uganda, as well as continuing our activities in Tanzania. At 4IP Group, we operate with the understanding that ESG should be considered as the overall good housekeeping for any corporation, that is all companies, be small as well as large-scale companies, that are affecting its surroundings, so that it is possible to standardize those considerations into metrics. Impact is what is changing for a certain group of stakeholders because of the activities of the company is doing, and impact may be particular for an organization. So the backbone of what we are dealing with, that is how to account for environmental and social impacts. How do we help our corporates and asset management clients to do that so that we can have a map that helps them when they are looking at the acronyms and the methodologies, which can tell them where they're going and how it all fits together. ESG is looking at general social responsibility at a given entity, be it a startup or a corporation, affecting all people. In other words, general consideration is what all entities need to pay attention to and disclose publicly. Impact requires a different approach since it affects fewer people, since it's where social enterprises and NGOs, both of which are mission driven, wishing to know how to account for their mission driven activities. So the evaluation profession, which I've been a part of since 2004 when I started my PhD impact evaluation thesis, is really about how do you measure a specific impact applied to in a context of private sector enterprises. If you want to measure impact, how is a specific group of people being affected by what this company is actually doing, and how is an impact investing ecosystem being affected by this too? When it comes to the checklist approach for preset metrics for general social responsibility, this simply can't be standardized into predefined measures by using a checklist approach. It is being done as it is being done for the general social responsibility approach. Instead, for a specific impact, the only way is to follow a preset of principles to guide the judgment that you need to make in order to determine how and what to measure. Those principles, which 4IP Group applies through our ESG Toolkit, have originally been distilled by Social Value International into 7 principles, which are: 1, involve stakeholders; 2, understand what changes; 3, value the things that matters; 4, only include what is material; and number 5, do not overclaim; and 6, be transparent; and last but not least, verify the results. So as you see, they are implicated by the impact management approach project's definition of impact. Hence, accounting basically looks like this at the heart of it. If you learn how to work yourself through this set of principles by adopting the ESG toolkit, we will help you guide the judgment, which in turn makes it possible to determine how to measure impact that happens in any context. When you put those two approaches, like the general and the specific impact approaches, together, what you get is what all economic entities should be accounting for in order to understand all their environmental and social material effects on people and planet. By characterizing the general social responsibility, we want to use a checklist, which is what the B Corp impact assessment is, and that is also what the GRI standards are. They are preset list of consideration that have been arranged for materiality based on how large you are as a company and what industry you are operating in. When it comes to the specific impact which every entity also have, and that define that entity and issues about that entity, you also need to look at other tools which are the Social Value International's social value assessment or the Social Value International social return on investment approach. You can do a randomized control trial study, which is the golden grail within academia, but it is often too costly to be adopted by the private sector consultants. Or you can adopt other research design to help you understand what is changing because of the activities of this or your enterprise. Those two things together is what we need to be doing to account for impact, as 4IP Group has been doing for many enterprises in Zambia, Tanzania, and DRC. And some of those testimonials you can actually read on our website. But this is not the whole story. There's also financial accounting that tells about the impact financially for the shareholders as well and the owners of the company. So the connection between all those three approaches is the other piece of the puzzle we need to think about. And the International Integrated Reporting Framework does exactly that. The SASP has determined what connects financial performance with social and environmental performances. This so-called three-legged stool is what the evolution of accounting is going to look like in the near future. Following the Social Value International, we think about this as a roadmap whereby you begin to see how the different standards stake into a part of this overall framework. And this is a useful way to help organize our understanding of what is out there. Basically, this is what we are doing by offering, through our offering at 4IP Group, through our ESG toolkit for the past few years, and what we are planning to scale up in collaboration with UNDP and other key stakeholders moving forward. You can read more about this on our website, www.4ipgroup.org. I thank you for your attention and look forward to working with you in the coming weeks and months.